Alright, to begin, you are just going to enter your username and password, and it's probably going to be set up with your UNCG email account. And to get a login for this, you actually need to be added as an administrator, so you'd have to talk to somebody about being added to the account as an administrator, and once you do that, you're all set to log in. So once you log in, you're going to see this page. Thanks. And if you need to add someone as an administrator, this is the page that you would use to do that. And you just click Add Administrator, and then you enter in their information and it will add them. Alright, to create a code for a practice exam, you're going to use the Access Codes link over on this side, and as you see, there are already a couple codes created, but to create a new code, okay, so you click Create Codes, and then you are gonna look, and this is just the license we have, so you go over and you click the little pencil and use that to create the code, and then you can choose if you want a single user or multiple users. You're probably going to want to choose multiple users so that you can use it for multiple students in a class, and the identifier is anything you want it to be as long as it's a number and you can remember it. So I'm just going to use 1, 2, 3 for this example, and you can limit it to number of students. So if you're doing it for a class, you could limit it to the number of students in your class, or if you're doing it for students who want to become certified in Excel, you could probably just do like 500 so that a whole bunch of students can use it, and you can set how many times they can use it. So if you're doing it for like extra credit or a quiz or something, you'd probably maybe want to do one use, but if you're using it for practice, you probably want to use 100 uses just so they can practice as much as you want. And if it has a due date, you can make it expire after a certain time. If not, you can just leave it open, or if it's for practicing for the Excel certification exam, you can set it to expire after the exam. So we're just going to leave it at 365 for right now. And you're probably going to want to go ahead and restrict this to only like Excel 2016 if that's what you're using it for, or Access or whatever, just to make it easier for the students to use so they wouldn't have so many options. And right here you can click if you want your students to be able to review missed questions. Alright, and once you decide on all these settings, you are going to click the next button, and then you just review the settings that you have set up, and you're going to click next, and then it's going to create a code for you. And if you want to give it to your students, you're just going to want to highlight this code and copy it, and then you can put it in an email or a document on Canvas or something for your students to use.